really, you don't have to memorize this. If you know that, okay, it's got 8 protons, I go to my periodic table and I find the atomic number 8, and it's oxygen. And you'll do that for any example that you're going to do. Okay? Let's now talk a second. We're almost done. About ions. Now, elements can lose electrons or gain them. And it's called ionic bonding, and this is how elements stick together. We're going to do that a little bit later on. But for the next page of this, you're going to see ions. So when the protons don't equal the number of electrons, it's not an atom anymore. It's called an ion. And you're going to have a charge to it. Sodium is a good one. What's sodium's charge? Look at the symbol for sodium, and then it's got something. Up here. You're not going to see it in your paper. What's sodium have after it?
Plus.
A plus. Na, I'm sorry if you didn't know. Sodium. And it's plus. That really means plus 1. And that tells me that this sodium ion has a positive charge by 1. So if we look on your periodic table, how many protons are in sodium?
11.
Agreed?
Agreed.
11. Count how many electrons are in my example here. 10. So if we have 11 positive things and 10 negative things, what's the overall charge?
Plus 1.
Right, I have 11, so it would be 11 protons minus 10 electrons. Our overall charge would be plus 1, and this now is a sodium ion. It doesn't turn sodium into a different element, so you can have more or less electrons. You still have sodium. It's because the protons are 11. All right? When it's a positive ion, it's called a cation. I think of it like cats have paws, and paws are positive. Right? Cation, positive.
Good one, Mr. K.
Thank you. Sammy Terrasconi taught me that 2 weeks ago. Anion. Anions are negatively charged ions. So chlorine. What is chlorine's atomic number? You can go to the periodic table.
What?
Chlorine.
7.
Atomic number. 17. So that means it has how many protons?
17.
It has 17 positive things, and so 17 protons. Now look up here, count how many electrons it has. This is an electron here. It actually shares. It doesn't take, it shares. So count up the dots. How many dots do you have?
17.
Count them again. 2 in the first, 8 in the second, that makes 10. So now we're looking at our valence shell, our outside ring, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to count that one as 8, so we have minus 18 electrons. What's our overall charge? 17 minus 18?
-1.
-1. And our overall charge would be chlorine, it's a -1. And we call these anions when they have a negative charge. So anions are negative, cations are positive. And whatever the charge is, you got to do the math to figure it out. It's usually +1, +2, +3, +4, or -1, -2, -3. For our intended purpose. Okay? So now flip over and do the backside. You will see ions. 2 of those are ions, 2 of those are atoms. Atoms are neutral, ions have a charge. Or you count, or if it's a picture, you count the total number of neutrons and protons. And see, you have the pictures here.
So this would be
Which one?
this one.
Why?
Atomic number 8.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
Just got 8 protons.
It's got 8 protons. Yes. Fill out element name here. Fill out your charges. Remember, if protons and electrons don't add up, they are charged. And you got to figure out, are they charged positively or are they charged negatively? If they do add up, what's the charge?
No.
0.
No, wait, is anion or cation positive? I forget.
Cat,
Okay.
cats, pause, positive. Alright, we're gonna, I'll give you guys about 6 more minutes and then we'll get into groups and we'll start working on the
Right.
overflow method.
Over here where it says charge, do we write whether it's cat or whatever, do we write like plus
You would
1?
circle where it says ion, see it? It says, is it a cat ion,
circle
circle it, anion, circle it, or no charge, circle it. And if it does have a charge, tell me what the charge is. +1, -1, +2, -2, whatever it may
So
be.
the one
Okay.
that was
Say that again. Yes, because if you don't change the protons, you are still that element.
when we look on the charts, we look for like the atomic mass and we look for the
Number of protons will always tell you element. Atomic mass won't, and you'll see why later on. The mass isn't gonna, it'll tell you for most of them what it is, but not all. You gotta tell me the chart. What is the actual math? You look at your protons, count them up, and count up your electrons. So if you have, so for here, how many protons do you have? 6. Count up how many electrons. Don't. Thank you. So what's your overall charge? You have 6 positive things and 8 negative things. 6 positive things and 8 negative things leaves you with -2. So your charge, that atom, that ion would be a -2 charge. And is it a cation or anion? Which one? Anion. -2 +1 0 0. That's carbon. 1 2 3. That's oxygen. Okay, guys, let's do 8.
What are the words like lanthanoid or
Lanthanides and actinides, we'll do that later on.
what are those?
We'll do them later on. Rare. Okay, so I'm on number 8. Make sure you're looking at 8. What are the protons for 8? How many?
6.
Tiff, what do we got? Let's wake Tiff up. We got 6. What is the neutrons for number 8? 5. 1 2 3 4 5. Electrons? 2 4 6. Come again. 8. So electrons are 8. What is the total mass of this atom? Somebody else. Let's use this one. Let's not go to the periodic table number. Total mass? Total mass. Mass comes from the nucleus. Count up the nucleus particles. Jack?
It's 11.
It's 11. 6 protons plus 5 neutrons equals 11. Its atomic number. Here's where your vocab sneaks in. What's the atomic number of this element, Chris?
6.
Its atomic number is 6. What's the element symbol?
C.
Sean, what's its name?
Carbon.
Come on, guys, stay with me. Is this an ion or an atom?
Ion.
It's an ion.
-2.
An ion.
Ion or atom? Ion. Cation or anion? Anion. What's its overall charge? -2, because we have 8 electrons, which are negative, 6 protons. That makes us a -2 right here. So it's it's still carbon, but it's not a carbon atom. It's a carbon ion. numbers now. You'll learn why in about a month. Okay, last one, protons. For number 9, protons are Anya 5.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5.
Liam, what's the neutrons for number 9? Come on, guys, stay with me, please.
5.
5 electrons. Gloria? 5. Working out nice here. What's the element name? Jack, not Jack. Chris, element name?
Boron.
That would be boron. And its symbol is B. What's the atomic mass of this atom? Paula, what is it? 10. 5 plus 5 is 10. Oh. Wrong. Atomic mass is 10. Atomic number here would be. Atomic number would be. Any charge?
No.
Nope. 5 and 5. Protons and electrons, so no charge. Charge would be 0.
Wait, I have a question here.
Sure. Sure.
How come the atomic weight of 84 through 102 are in brackets?
If you go down and read, it'll tell you why. Most of those are man-made, and they only have, there's no isotopes. There's no isotopes of them, so that is the only one that exists.
Oh.